Hello, my YouTube fans. So, it is approximately 24 hours before the actual pre-release. So, I'm equipped with our quickly becoming our favorite tutor of magic, the Rhino's young mage, his cheat sheet, and his suggestion that we have about 9 pre-sleeved lands of each color. I have 10. I couldn't resist, just in case. I also have the same sleeves so that when I go there I can sleeve my deck right away. And of course, you know, some penny sleeves, but of course this is not actually Ixalan, so we're going to be using magic Hours of Devastation instead. So that means I can put our young mage's cheat sheet away, because we're not going to be using that tonight. We'll be using that at the store tomorrow. So this is supposed to take, let me put this on the side here. This is supposed to take 30 to 40 minutes. And this is also a 6-pack of Hours of Devastation opening video. So this video is going to be longer than the actual 30 to 40 minutes to build my new deck. So this is a trial run, and this is a sort of a combination video. This is sort of to get myself the feel for doing this for the first time. I'm supposed to be building a 40 card deck. So at the same time, I also want to make this a opening up a 6-pack video. So it's going to take a little bit more than 30 or 40 minutes. So I hope you stick around long enough, and I hope I don't goof it up too much. So let me just get the distance right and make sure how far I can reach forward. Okay, let me just test the when I'm opening the cards, I have to bring it forward and show you on the camera. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, this is going to be a little bit difficult. I got the table tilted forward so that I could show you the cards better, but it took me over an hour to get this set up. And of course the first pack is going to give me a hard time opening. There we go. And what I didn't do so far was I didn't bring the garbage can over. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Alright, so it is recommended that you separate the cards by color and things of that nature. So at the same time, I'm also doing this as a regular pack opening. So let me just move this microphone a bit. Okay, so I'm going to be doing both. Let's move this so we can get the shadow out of there. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this like a regular pack opening and then separate the color later. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, look at this. I got about 100 of these. Well, not 100, but. And we do have a foil in this pack, because it's only 9 commons. And my first uncommon is the River Hippo. Of course, again, I just want to remind you that this is going to take a little longer because I'm showing you the cards that I'm opening. When I'm doing this at the store, I'm not going to be doing any of this. I'm going to be separating the cards quickly into colors and rares and things like that nature, and getting on with the building of the deck. So that is really glary, isn't it? Is there any way I can get that glare out? Oh, here we go. How about like that? Well, anyway, there's the River Hippo. That's better. One of these days I'm going to get myself a new camera that focuses automatically. This one doesn't. Okay. River Hippo. Liliana's defeat. I'm going to go through this a little quicker than usual. And a braid. Now, there's a card. I have a couple of them, maybe 3. But there's a card, an uncommon that's actually worth more than some of the rares. I'm glad to have that one. Oh, I almost exposed that foil. I don't know what it is yet. So let's go ahead and put the uncommons over here. Get it in the camera view. Here we go. Okay, so my first rare is leave to chance. Leave it to chance. Again. Okay, that's good enough. And the foil, let me bring it back here so I can see it. It's a foil rare Majestic Matriarch. I think I have one of these, but I don't believe I have the foil. It's too close. Oh, there it is. Nice, shiny. Okay, so the foils will put next to that. And a land and a mountain land and a Sunscorched Champion token. Okay, I'll just put them up there. Doesn't matter if they're in view of the camera or not. This is a rare. Well, let's put the. Okay, let's put the rares in a separate pile from the foil rares. Okay, let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. Of course, these packs are hard to open. I think they're packing them upside down because there's actually a little notch, a little rip notch for you to be able to open these, and they're putting them on the bottom lately. The almond cats were always on the top. Okay. Blur Blaze, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's no foil on this one. And 10. What's this? Strategic planning. Okay, so these are the commons. Got Chandra's Defeat. Chandra's Defeat deals 5 damage to target red creature or red planeswalker. If that permanent is a Chandra planeswalker, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Not bad, not bad. I think I have a couple of these. I might put them in my deck one of these days. Alright, next one is Shafet Dunes. I have a few of those. After that is Torment of Scarabs. Enchant Player. I like this card. I have this in my black deck. At the beginning of the enchanted player's upkeep, that player loses 3 life. Kill, kill. Okay, those are the uncommons. They go here. And my rare is Remnant Hydra. I don't believe I have any of these. Very nice, very nice. Okay. And my rares are here. And Mountain and Adorned Pouncer token. Okay, next. 3rd pack. Okay. Boy, I'm telling you, they're gluing these things together so you can't open them anymore. Are you kidding me? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it looks like no foil on this one either. Okay. Oh, whoops. My cards are sliding away because the table's tilted. I might have to do something about that before the end of this video. Okay, so imaginary threats. Desert's Hold. Do I have any of them? I don't know. And Eternal Harsh Truths. Eternal of Harsh Truths. Okay. And my rare is Dream Stealer. I think I may have one, maybe two of those. Okay. Uncommons are here. And the rares are here. And a a swamp land and a token, I'm sure. Let me see what the token is. It's just a zombie token. Okay, next. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Desert of the Mindful's the 10th one. Okay, I don't want these cards to slide away on me, so let me make sure I put them there carefully. Okay. Gideon's Defeat. Sinuous Striker. And Shefet Dunes. Okay. And my rare is one that I do have, a couple of 3 of, is Torment of Hailfire. If I have 2, it makes 3. If I have 3, it makes a full set. Another cool card to play. Repeat the following process X times. I have these in my black deck. The other one that I mentioned before too. Each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. Kill. Okay. Ooh, I got me a full art planes. I love me full arts. I wish it was a foil. Okay, let's put the full arts next to the regulars. And a punch out token. 2 more decks to go. 2 more packs to go. Are they kidding me with these things? Bend the card just to open it. Start using a scissor on these things. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gift of Strength 9. And we have a foil on this one. Let's put those commons down carefully so they don't flow away on me. Unconventional Tactics. Am I picking up on this microphone? Unconventional Tactics. Sand Strangler? I don't believe I have any of these. Very good. And Vizier of the True. And the rare is Grind to Dust. Okay, so the uncommons are here. And the rare is here, and the foil is Shiny. It's a foil rare. Bantu's Last Reckoning. I do have some of these, or a couple of these, or whatever, but not a foil. I'm going to have to look that up. As usual, I don't have the ability to jump up and hit the computer keyboard right now, so I can't just do this at the same time. Nice and shiny. See if I can get that. Let me see if I can get a little closer for you. Shiny. Okay, very nice, very nice. I like the way this card looks. Put that with the other foil. Oh, you know what? The first foil I got, the Majestic Mariok, is a mythic. I didn't realize it, so I got me a mythic. Well, we're gonna have to put that together anyway. All right. A nice full art mountain. Nice. Too bad it's not a foil. And it's Sinuous Striker. One of these days I'm going to figure out a way to get this set up right where I don't have to tilt the table. One more pack. That one opened up properly. That one opened up nice and easy. I wonder if that means anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feral Prowler. I don't think I have too many of them. 9. And I have another foil. Let's put these carefully down. I'm going to have to untilt this table when I start sorting these things. So it's Gideon's Defeat, Jace's Defeat, and a Braid. Another Braid. Very good. Again, that card is worth more than some of the rares. Put that down here. The Scorpion God. Mythic. Oh my goodness. I got me a god. Oh my god, it's a god. Alright. It's a 6/5 for 5 mana. Whenever a creature with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, draw a card. Okay. And the foil is, I got one of these foils already. It's a common foil. It's a striped Riverwinder. Well, I'm not complaining because I got me a mythic. So that's cool. Those are my 6 packs. This is a common foil. We're gonna have to separate that. This is a full art forest and a token. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this, and I'm looking at the video. It looks like it's getting jittery. I wonder why. Okay, I'm going to pause this and straighten out the table, and you should only see a brief second, and we'll start sorting the cards out and pretend like we're doing a pre-release. And don't mind me, I'm trying to talk quietly because it is, after all, after midnight. It is 12:25, 12:26, and this video has been going on for only 20 minutes so far. I'll be right back. Okay, we untilted the table. Let me see the length again. Okay, so I can go all the way up to, well, up to the bottom of these cards. So maybe if I tilt this down a little bit more, a little bit less. Okay. So let's start by, again, I'm not going to be doing this. I'm not going to be doing this at the pre-release because the lack of time. I'm only doing this because of the fact that this is not the actual cards we'll be using, and it is just a practice. So I'm going to go ahead and protect my mythics right away. Okay, so that's this one. Put them in a, I'm sorry, you're not seeing what I'm doing. Put them in a penny sleeve just to keep that covered. And this one, I usually throw sleeves on all my foils, whether they're common or not. Excuse me. And on my rares. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing the same thing at the store. Okay, this is a common foil, but it's got hexproof. See, I'll be separating these things by color and everything before I even do this. Or I might throw some sleeves on the more important cards if I end up with some mythics or something. But other than that, you know. Okay, and the rares underneath the microphone. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave the rares alone. They're not worth all that much, but we'll just do it that way. So now we're gonna separate them by colors. Here we go. Let's take up the deck of comments first. Let me see, I might have to tilt this back up. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so yeah, I think it's better if I just tilt it back up. Alright, so we're going to just go ahead and separate the colors. Let me just put it right next to the microphone. That's the red, the blue, the white, the black, the green, the black. Okay, and this is an artifact non-color. Okay, so that's white, that's green. So this is what we're going to do. It's going to take me some time. I'll try to talk you through without talking too much. Red, blue, white and black, green. So I'm taking the advice, the moaning wall, I've had quite a few of those. I'm taking the advice of everybody out there, actually, trying to give advice about how to do a pre-release. And I've always done this anyway, trying to build a deck, but especially when you have just so much time. You know, like I said, I wouldn't be doing the same thing in the pre-release by separating the rares and things like that right away. I'd be doing the color separation first. But for this video, we're doing a sort of a dual thing. Now this is Desert of the Mindful. It is blue. Okay, it is blue. Gift of Strength is green. Excuse me 1 second. Red, white, white, black, green, artifact, red, black, blue, blue, Desert of the Mindful. I got 2 Desert of the Mindfuls so far, anyway. Kenra Scrapper is red. I'm gonna jump up real quick and turn the light brighter. I know that's pretty bright on your screen, but believe me, it's not so bright here. Well, it's bright in here, but the cards aren't so bright as is on the screen. So, but now I can see the colors clearly. Okay, blue, white, green, black, artifact creature, really. Oh, a desert land. That's another non-color. We're gonna put it in a slightly separate area. White, red, black, red, blue, white. Now, as I'm doing this, I can tell you that the other thing to do is to, grab your, try to figure out a mana curve. Separate them into mana cost, which is suggested by more than one person, but some people do it slightly different. I sort of do a mixture of my own thing, but this will be the first time I'm building a deck out of 6 packs, as a pre-release thing. This is my very first pre-release. I'm just an old man who is getting into a youngin's game. It is a relaxing thing to do. Costs a little bit too much money for me to be spending, but mental health is more important than some things. Okay, and it's a black. I'm pretty sure I had another one of those. I wonder if I put that card in the wrong place. Okay, that's a land, so we're going to put the land separately. That's a non-cost. Make sure there's none of those other non-cost things in any of these. Okay. Just making sure there's no lands or non-cost things. Well, non-cost would be lands because lands give you is your money. Okay. Spotted one. Desert of the Mindfall, and I think we have 2 of those. So we'll go ahead and put those with the lands. Yep, there's the second one. Okay. And the red. Okay. So now we've got them separated by color, and let's put the non-color and special lands separate. Let me see if I just make sure that this is in the camera. We're going to put 3 on top and 2 on the bottom, and the land and the artifacts next to that. Actually, I can put the artifacts here. No, that's off the camera. So no, let's put it over here. I'm trying to keep it on camera for you guys. Okay, so let's now, just for the sake of it, let's put the actual lands with the colors that they belong to. No, let's, you know what? No, let's just keep that up there. Forget about the lands for now. Let's start with the uncommons. Red, white, blue, white, red, white, white, blue. Shephet Dunes is a land. And it's actually partially white. If I pay 2 of any and 2 white and tap to sacrifice a desert, creatures you control get a +1/+1 until the end of turn. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Blue. Now, as I'm doing this again, I'm going to explain to you that I'm pretending that this is Ixalan, but it's not. The pre-release for Hour of Devastation also came with Inket, and I obviously did not put any Inkets in here because we're trying to practice Ixalan, and Ixalan is a single set pre-release. It doesn't include any other, so that's why this is that's why I'm using Hour of Devastation by itself. Okay, another Shephet Dunes. Torment of Scarabs is black. River Hippo. Oh, River Hippo is a multicolor. It's enticing me to play a blue-green deck. So how did that get mixed up? That's because I couldn't see right. It got mixed up in the black. So let's go ahead and put that next to there. Let's put that, say, blue-green. Let's put that, let's move this over. Put that there. And Liliana's defeat is black, and it is red. Okay. Let's sort these so that blue-green is next to each other. Okay. And now for the rares. Okay, we got black, black, lots of black, and 1 green, and 1 white. Something is telling me that this is going to turn into a somewhat black deck. Of course, it suggests you don't play a single color, monocolor. Okay, now let's take a look at our mythics. Oh, I'm sorry. Strike River Winder is not a mythic. It's just a common foil. Well, we'll put that in the blue deck, and we may or may not use it. It is hexproof, though. It may be a good thing to use. I mean, I am looking at River Hippo, which wants me to use blue and green. The Scorpion God, on the other hand, is red and black. So we'll put that one. That's off screen. How about down here? Give it a little bit more room. I'm trying to keep this on camera for you guys. Majestic Miriarch is all green, and it's a mythic, so that might be interesting. So what does she do? What does he do? It do. Majestic Miriarch's power and toughness are equal to twice the number of creatures you control. Wow. At the beginning of each combat if you, I can't see this, it's small print. If you control a creature with flying, Majestic Myriarch gains flying until end of turn. The same is true for first strike. Double strike, death touch, haste, X-proof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance. So let's read that again. At the beginning of each combat, if you control a creature with any of these flying, any of the what do you call them? Abilities. Majestic Myriarch gains that. Interesting. That's a hard one for me to figure out anyway. I know some of you guys out there say, "Oh, that's easy. Yeah, use that." I don't. I'm a little bit slow at these sort of things. So and I'm newbie. I'm also an old man. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. But that is a green, and that is going on the green. And the last one is Bantu's Last Reckoning, which is black. Destroy all creatures. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step. So the cost of this destroying all creatures. Destroy all creatures, but that means mine too, doesn't it? Well, that goes on top of there. Okay. So we have 3 full art lands. And regular lands, token, regular land. I know you can't see this, it's off camera, it's on top there. I'm putting the lands together. Token, land, token, and tokens. Okay. So, okay. Lands are not a problem because we actually brought some. But just, yeah, that's fine, because we're going to be using at least 2 colors, and I've been practicing making mono decks lately, so it's going to be a little bit slightly new for me. I did start off this whole adventure with trying to build 2 and 3 color lands decks, but that quickly did not work, and I started to build mono decks, which worked better for me. As you can see, by opening up 6 packs, it's not likely that you come up with enough of one color, and even if you did, it's not likely that that the deck will be good against the 2 color or more deck. So at least that's what our friend the Rhino says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 15 of these. Okay, so let's now separate. Let me see if I can do this. Let's put these lands, now that they're separated into color. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to put them aside, put them up in the corner, away from everything else. I want to be able to somehow separate these by mana, and I think I should do that by creature and other, and then for each color, and we can put the artifacts and the lands away for now, the special lands. Yeah, what did I do with them? Okay, I'm confused. What did I do with them? Did I mix something up? Yeah, I did. I put the leave it. Oh, that's because I put the what did I do? I mixed them up. That's what I did. Okay. I put them on the wrong pile. Is what I did. Okay, so leave it to chance is white. That belongs there. And these are lands. So we're going to leave the lands for last. Okay, so we're going to put them aside. We'll put them underneath the microphone for now. Okay. And the other artifacts also. Can go near the microphone. So those are the, well, all the artifacts are do have a cost, a mana cost. So they're it's 3, 3, 2, and 3. So that's fine. Actually, the artifact, this one is an artifact creature. It's a wall, it's a defender. So we might even want to put that in a separate. Okay. So let's grab the multicolor and put them next to each other on my right side here. Let me see, and keep them in the screen. Okay. Alright. So now we'll just move these other colors up out of our way for a moment, and we'll look at the mana cost. So we got a 3 on the black, X and 2. We'll count that for a 3 for now. We got a 2, we got a 1, we got a 4. Let's put these. I'm gonna put these near the mouse there. Can you see that mouse? Oh, there's my mouse. Okay, so we got a 4, a 2, a 2, another 2, a 3. Oh, this is also a 2. What am I doing here? Boy, I'm not doing this very well. It's a good thing I'm practicing, because tomorrow night I'm gonna have to do this a little bit better. Okay, so this is a 3, this is a 3, this is considered a 3, but I'll leave it on top. Let's move these up a bit so we can see it more in the camera. Okay. Okay. 2, 4, 3. Nope, wrong pile. So again, let's leave the torment of hellfire on top. Another 3, and another 3. Okay. This is a 2. So the mana curve on the, we're going to consider the Scorpion God. The Scorpion God is a 5, but it's multicolor. So that would be considered on a black. But it's also red. Okay? So the mana curve of the black runs 1, 1, 6 2s, 7 3s, 2 4s, and a 5. So if we pull out the cheat sheet, our friend the young mage, the rhino, is suggesting 0 to 3 on the 1s. I got 1. 4 to 5s on the 2s. I've got too many. 7 on the 3s, and I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have exactly 7 on the 3s for a mono deck on black. Well, we're not going to consider that anyway, but it is an interesting point. Got a 4 of the 6s, and we only have, I'm sorry, 6 of the 4s, I meant to say. A little dyslexic in my speech there. We only have 2 of them, and 5 and up, we want 4 of them, and we got 1. Okay, but that's a little much, I think. As long as we get it. Now, there was another video I was watching that the mana curve was completely different, and he was suggesting just to have some kind of curve. Alright, perhaps I should write it down. Perhaps I should say, grab a pencil and paper and write down black, this many, this many, this many, this many, and this many. So let me you know what, I'm gonna save you the boredom, and I'm gonna pause it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you an index card and a pen, and I'm gonna take it down here out of the view of the camera because that's where I have a space to write. I'm gonna write black mana curve. Now, I'm not sure if I should do this at the store because this is taking a little bit longer than I expected. But we'll go ahead and do it anyway here. This will be a practice. Since this is a practice run, maybe I'll figure out what not to do at the store. So we have... We're going to write down, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're just going to draw some lines real quick. Okay, and sloppily do this. We're going to say 1, 1. We're going to say 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threes. 2 fours and a 5. Okay. Then we're going to draw a dotted line across there, and we're going to go to the next color, which I think will be white. And that's how we'll work this. And there's my sloppily written. Okay. So let's go ahead and pile those up. But we're going to leave the scorpion god. Alright, so we're going to put them up here out of range of the camera just to get it out of the way. And since we got the scorpion god here, we're going to go with red next. Okay? Alright, we got a 1, we got a 2, we got a 4, got a 2, got a 1, got another 1, and another 1, and this is in the way, and a 2, and a 3, and another 3, and another 3, and it's, by the way, a Dorn Malak, and it's a 2, and it's a 2, and it's a 2, Blur of Blades. Okay, so let's make a note of the scorpion god on the black. That was the scorpion god mythic. SG M mythic, and that goes for this one too. Okay. Okay. And I already made a mistake. I wrote white down here. It's supposed to be red. I wanted to go red, the second one. Oh well. Anyway, who cares? Who cares about my sloppy handwriting? I'll fix it later. Okay. So ones we got 4. 2s we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3s we got 3. 4s we got 1. And the 5 is the scorpion god again. So the mana curve on this is 4, 6, 3, 1, 1. Okay. I'm not sure I'm going about this the right way. So I guess we're going to have to look at the cards and see what our favorite cards are. Again, sometimes I'm not good at that. The more complicated they are, sometimes I steer away from the complications. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put the scorpion god on top and put it next to the black deck, and put the scorpion god on top of the 2 of them. I know you can't see that, it's off camera, but I put the scorpion god on top of the 2 deck. So now let's actually do the white. Okay. All right. So we have a 2, we have a 3, we have a 1, we have a 4. Let's move this over a little bit because I think we're going to run out of room. We have a 3, I have a 1, and a 3, and a 2, and a 4, and a 2, and a 2, and a 3, and a 3, and a 4, and another 4, and a 2. Now I just want to make a note that I already separated them. For this card here, the camel, the solitary camel, I happen to like this card. I've got a couple of them in my white mono deck, and I'll tell you why. Because it reads, Solitary Camel has lifelink. So my white deck is my lifelink deck, and it played fairly well. I didn't win with it, but it was holding its own for a while. I think it was more my lack of knowledge and how to play and experience, playing against a seasoned player. And I was playing strictly Amonkhet and Our Devastation against his, at the time it was standard, and he was playing the Kaladesh and the Aether Revolt and you know, and Amonkhet, and you know, he was playing more sets than I was. So, but it was holding its own for a while. And the way this card works is Solitary Camel has lifelink as long as you control a desert or there is a desert card in the graveyard. And it was actually working. I was actually gaining some life, and then he managed to come up with a massive attack and killed me before I was able to get any more life. But nevertheless, this is a good card to have if you have a deck that can work with lifelink. Now I don't know if I have enough of that sort of thing in this set, but we're gonna see. Just wanted to mention that. So on this we have, actually, if you looked at the let me bring this all up a little bit. Let me see if I can, yeah, let's move this over and bring this up so you can see. As far as mana curves are concerned, the white looks by itself, just by visual, without actually counting them, looks like a nice bell curve. You know, it's 2, 5, 5, and 4, and I have nothing over 4. So you know, it's 2, 5, 5, 4. So you got that curve. So that's pretty cool in by itself. So we have 2. Just to make sure I counted that right. Yeah, 5, 5, 4, and 0 on the 5. So that's pretty cool. So maybe white is a good base to start the curve properly. Maybe we can make a white and something else, something that had a lot of the higher than 4s or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I need to wet my mouth, my tongue here. I'm getting thirsty talking too much. And it hasn't been an hour yet. You know, I mean, the video is taking longer than an hour. Well, it hasn't even been an hour yet for that. But nevertheless, the timing hasn't been an hour yet. So, and I'm doing a dual video, so this is working out well. I think at the store, I'm not going to be paying attention to making a video. I'll be doing all card stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that dotted line underneath, or line underneath. Go to the next color, and I think we'll do blue, and we'll look at the River Hippo. Blue or green, it doesn't matter. There's only 2 left. So, whatever one I write first. Blue it is. Okay. Alright. So let's go ahead and pile these up. Now, I did see a Magic the Gathering, Wizards of the Coast were playing online. They were showing their pre-release, and the woman, Peggy, I think her name is, she actually had a green-red deck. Or was it? Yeah, it was green-red. And she was kicking butt. But of course she was an expert player, so, and I'm not. So I'm going to bring out the River Hippo first. It is a 2-drop, but it is blue-green, and yeah, blue-green. So we're going to put that as a 2 on the blue. But we'll keep it on top so that we can use it for the green as well. Okay, we have the Striped River Winder foil. And that is a 7. It's got hexproof. This creature can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. Now this is a cool card, but it's also very costly. 7 mana is hard to reach. Okay, but remember, everybody else there is under the same constraints. So whatever 6 packs they get in their pre-release kit may be lesser than yours or whatever. So they're not home building decks better than, you know, this is what's great about pre-release, I find. It's good for beginners like me because you get the chance to play more on a level playing field. People aren't bringing in decks that are, you know, spiked with all kinds of, you know, they're spending half their life savings on these cards, and there's no way to win against them. They come up with the same pre-release kit you come up with, and their cards are going to be different, and that's all they have to work with, just like that's all you have to work with. So it's more of a level playing field. Alright, so let's do this now. 1, 2, 3. I'll put that over here. This is a 4. 7 is going to be, let me see, is this off screen? Let me make sure it's not off screen. There we go. That's the 7. That's the Striped River Winder. You know, I have a Striped River Winder, I'm sure. Maybe if this video doesn't take too long, I'll swap it out for the, you know, because that's a foil. I'll put the foil in my book and pull out the non-foil just to replace it with. Anyway, okay, so we got a 4, a 3, and a 2. Let's move that over a bit. How come I don't have any room now? Because I got more numbers. And there's a 1. The River Hippo is a 2. So we're going to put that there. Okay. There's another 2. There's another 2. And there's a 3. And there's a 3. And there's a 2. And there's a 2. There's a 3. And there's a 4. Okay. So with the River Hippo, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2s. And just to remind myself, according to our young mage friend, he suggests 4 to 5 2s. And what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the blue alone. So maybe we can pull up a couple of them and a couple of the other colors. So we've got 1, 6, 4, 1, 2, 1. 1, 6, 4, 1, 2, and oh, wait, that's not right. 1, 6, 4 of the 3s, 1 of the 4s, no, 1, 6, 4, oh, it must be late, I'm getting tired. 1, 6, 4 on the 3s, and then on the 4s we have, oh no, you know what the problem is? The problem is I got an extra 3 here. That's why I'm going nuts. That's why there's no space here. I'm alright no matter what they say about me. Okay. So let's do that again. It's 1, 6, 5, 2, and 1. 1, 6. Scratch that out. It's a 5, 2, and 1. But that 1 is more than 5. It's 5 plus. It's actually a 7. But we'll call it, we'll put it in that slot anyway. As you can see, my writing is very sloppy. I cross things out. I'm going to clean this card up if it's interesting to you. Alright, so we got one color left, and I didn't leave room enough for it. And that's green. So I just happen to have another card handy. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to even call another one 6. Okay, so we're going to leave the river hoopoe, and actually we're going to mark, that's a 2. We're going to mark, we're going to put a parentheses 5 plus river for that one. We're going to leave the river hoopoe out. Alright, we'll put this one on top. We'll put that deck up there. And we'll pull out the green deck. Okay. And the Majestic Myriarch is a 5. So, and the river hoopoe is down here. Okay. We got a 4. We got a 6. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to put another row here. I'm glad I put the 6 down for the green. Gift of Strength is a 2. It's off screen. I have to bring them close together because we got more numbers here. There's another 2. There's a 3. There's a 3. There's a 2. There's a 2. There's a 3. There's a 2. And there's a 5. Okay. And river hoopoe counts as a 2. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to call it 5 plus 1 river. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 2s. 2 3s. No. What am I saying? I have no 3s. 0 3s. 0 4s. Is that correct? I'm not sure now. I have 0 3s, 0 4s, no 0 5s, and 1 6. Wow. So we got 6 4 0 0 5 0 0 0 1. Wow, that's a strange curve. Okay, so now we have to look at the cards and see if we like them. So maybe we should back up, go backwards, or I don't know. Let me see. Let's take a look at this river hoopoe, because the chances of me building a 2-color deck are going to depend on cards that work together well. And seeing as how river hoopoe is begging to be used, and it's also got some kind of life link sort of action on it, because besides flying, you gain 2 life and draw a card. If I use it to tap mana, I can gain 2 life and draw a card. So in a sense, it's got some sort of life link. Maybe we can see. That's red. That's white though. And then the other one was the Scorpion God, which was 3 colors. I really don't want to build a 3-color deck. Honestly, I don't. I have hard enough time building a 2-color deck. And it's got this confusing to me. I mean, some people may be easy with this. Put a -1/-1 counter and all this other stuff. You know, I think, you know, it's probably a good card for a legendary creature is a good card for a commander deck. So maybe I'll save it for that. I think I have a Scorpion God anyway. So let's take a look at the blue deck. Let's see if we can find something in the blue that has sort of synergy with the River Hoopoe. Well, some synergy might be the fact that flying is hard to get rid of, and the striped River Winder is it's got hexproof, so it would be even harder to get rid of, right? Oh, you know what? I didn't separate the. Oh dear. I didn't separate the creatures from the spells. It was supposed to be 17 lands and 23 other cards, but I think there's supposed to be like 11 and 11 creatures, about 17 creatures, about 6 spells according to, I see now 17 lands, 17 creatures, and about 6 spells. But that's not the number I got from some others. This is according to, now the young mage of course had told me in a comment on his video that he actually had some experts put this together for him, and he not put it together for him, he had the advice of them and then he put it together on paper. Yeah, so we're gonna take that with a grain of salt, because I don't know if I have 17 creatures, and you know, we'll see. So let's just call it 23 altogether, 17 lands. So we need 23. So let's take a look at the River Hoopoe again. River Hoopoe is a 1/3 for 2 mana. It's got flying and I gain 2 life. Okay, so what in the blue deck has sort of synergy with that? Now the striped River Winder is a 7 cost, so we'll put that one aside, but it's got hexproof. I kind of like it. I'm going to separate the spells right now, instants, sorceries, and enchantments from the creatures out of the blue deck right away, even though it's going to mix me up on the mana cost. Creature, instant, creature, instant, creature, and instant. Okay, so out of the blue we got 1, 2, 3 instants, 4 instants, and 2 sorceries. So we got 6 altogether on these spell type of things. And on the creatures we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is it's kind of, well, yeah, no, that's fine. That's 7 on the 1s and 2s, right? 1, 2. Okay, 2s and 3s. 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 4. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at these first. River Hoopoe is flying. Gain 2 life. Draw a card. Okay, so let's look at the 2 drops. This video is getting me confused more and more. So I'm supposed to have like 4 or 5 2-drops, and I got 7 in my hand. The Cunning Survivor. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, Cunning Survivor gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn, and can't be blocked this turn. That's interesting. A little technical, but interesting. Another 2-drop is a zombie nega wizard by the name of Spellweaver Eternal. Has prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets a +1/+1 until the end of the turn. Afflict 2. Now see, I didn't understand about these cards. Somebody should tell me about this. Is this mean on the second turn? Or I don't know. Does it do both? I don't know. So the Afflict 2, whenever this creature becomes blocked, defending... No, this is how it becomes triggered. It gets blocked, it's triggered. Okay. Afflict 2. Whenever this creature becomes blocked, defending player loses 2 life. Well, that's got synergy with the River Hippo. Because you gain 2 life and draw a card if you tap that. That's got some kind of... I like that. Alright, we'll go with that. Another one, Eternal of Harsh Truths, is Afflict 2. Whenever the creature becomes blocked, defending player loses 2 life. And it's only a 1/3 though. Whenever Eternal of Harsh Truths attacks and isn't blocked, draw a card. Okay? And again, I need to grab that paper in front of me to keep reminding me on how many of each I should have. No, that's not it. Okay. I have it written down so many places. It's amazing I didn't remember it by now. Alright, let's put this page on top. Alright. This creature with flying is Aerial Guide. Whenever Aerial Guide, and it's a 2/2 for 3 mana. Whenever Aerial Guide attacks, another target attacking creature gains flying until end of turn. Okay, that sounds interesting. That's a 3. Well, so is the Eternal of Harsh Truths a 3. Okay. Aerial Guide is the same one I just said. Now there's 2 of them here. I may play 1, I may play 2. Oh, by the way, I don't have any in this deck. I don't know if it's going to happen in the actual pre-release, but they say that you can play more than the 4. Usually there's a limit of 4. You can't have any more than 4 of the same card, but not in pre-release, not in the sealed. In sealed, you can have it. If you pulled 5 of them, if you pulled 6 of them, you can play all 5 or 6 of them. Excuse me. But I don't think it's likely, but it can happen. But you can do it. So, Sinuous Striker gets -1 and +1/-1 until the end of turn. If I pay a blue mana, it's got Eternal Eyes. Discard a card. Pay 3 +2. Discard a card. If this was an actual pre-release, this is too complicated for me. Although the expert players there would probably say, yeah, you gotta use that card. But this one's got Flash and Flying. Aven Redstalker. It's a 4 mana cost. And it's a 2/3. Well, Flash is cool because it can... I'll think about it. I'll leave it there. So the only one I didn't use on the blue was that one so far. Now, do I have too many of these? There's still that one hexproof that costs 7, and it's a 5/5. That's my bomb. I'm going to keep that in mind. So, just blue and 1 blue-green. I've got 2 of the 1s. No, I'm sorry. I got 2 of the 2s. And they suggest 4 to 5. which is okay because I didn't work on the green yet. I've got 3 of the 3s. I just saw something here. The Eternal of Harsh Truce is a 1/3 for 3 mana. Well, anyway, so on the 3s, okay, the 2s are supposed to be 4 to 5, and I've only got 2. The 3s is supposed to be 7, and I've got 3. Remember, this is still one color. Oh, this is another one that I didn't use. I forgot about this. Yeah, I didn't want to use the Cunning Survivor either. Yeah, I'm putting the Cunning Survivor away too. But that was a 2-drop that I forgot to put aside. Okay, so on the 3s, I've got 3, and on the 4s, I've got 1. And it's suggesting 6. Again, not according to some of my other kits. Some of my other suggestions were lower on the 4-drops, but that's okay. We'll go with this one for now. I'll look up my other. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put it on pause. I'm going to see if I come up with a different number. Hang on. Okay, I just realized the difference. This is for a 40 card deck, so there's a difference. With the 60 card deck, there is a different set of numbers. So let's keep these numbers in mind. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it down on this index card, so I don't have to keep picking up his paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is 0 to 3, 4 to 5, 7, and 5 and up is 4. Oh wait, 4 is 6, and 5 and up is 4. Okay, so I don't have to keep picking up our young friend's cheat sheet. Okay. Okay. I'll put this back in order later. Okay. Good. So that's what I've got on the blue. I've got let me see if you could see the curve. Let me pull these green ones up. Move it over a little bit. I never even thought of making a blue-green deck until now. I was thinking making a red-green. I was thinking of making white-black. I was thinking of making other various colors. But this River Hippo seems to have made up my mind for me. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to pause it one more time because I have to use the facilities. And I'll get back to the green. I'll say this much. This is a really good idea that I did this, because if I was this slow and confused at the actual pre-release, I'd be in trouble. So this is a very good experience. I'm so happy that I'm actually doing this, video or not. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you're patient. Stay to the end. This is a very good idea, and by the time this is uploaded, it'll be daytime. Well, no, it won't be daytime. It will be well, it's actually going on 1:30 a.m. now. I should be finished with this video within the next half hour or so. It's going to be a long video, obviously, because it's a combination of things. Obviously, I won't be taking this long to talk to people at the store. So, okay, so here we go with the green. Now, where's my green deck? Alright. So, we're looking for a curve of something like 14764 or 1415, something like that. 147, you know, something close to that mana curve. Now, remember also that this is not going to just be creatures. This is the mana curve for everything. You know, including the sorceries and instants and things like that. Okay, so let's take a look at the greens. Let's start with the Rampaging Hippo. Now, the Rampaging Hippo is obviously a monster of a card. It's a 5/6 for 6 mana. Okay, and the mana curve that young mage mentioned does not include 6, but Rampaging Hippo, it has trample, it has cycling. I pay 2 mana, discard this card, draw a card. Is it worth it? It's a 5/6. That's question number 1. On the 5-drop, we have the mythic Majestic Myriarch and the Bitterbow Sharpshooter. Now, the Bitterbow Sharpshooters have Vigilance and Reach. That might be handy. For 5 mana, it's a full 4. And there's no special, I'm not showing you on the camera, I'm sorry. And there's no special other abilities that trigger. The Majestic Myriarch has fine print about what it does. I'm not so sure. Again, this is not the real, that's the clock stroke 1:30. It's not the real pre-release, so I shouldn't have to worry so much, but you know, if you control a creature with flying, Majestic Myriarch gains flying. Okay, so for the sake of this video, and for the sake of this practice, I'm going to say yes, I'm going to use it. So, on the mana curve for 4, or 5 rather, we need 4. We got 2 here. I'm going to say that I don't know if Rampaging Hippo, it's a bomb card. We'll put that as a maybe. But we're going to say that we're going to use, and that goes as well with the Striped River Winder for the blue. That's a 7 cost mana for a 5/5. That's the other bomb. We'll decide on both of them later. But for now, we'll say that we'll use the greens, Bitterbow and Majestic, as part of this deck. Okay, and we're going down to the 4-drops. I've only got 1 on the blue. You know, I gotta keep remembering that I have to put instants and spells, other spells in here besides creatures. So let's not use up all our mana on that. You know? Okay, so Raminap Hydra, Harrier Daga, and I say Naga, I don't say Naga. Sidewinder Naga and Beneath the Sands. So what do we got here? Now, Beneath the Sands is a sorcery. I didn't separate these yet. Let's make sure all the rest of these are creatures too. So make sure I don't keep messing that up. Yeah, all the rest of these are creatures. Okay, so let's go with the sorceries up here. And I got 3 creatures in here, okay? Okay, so we got 4, 3, and 3. On the 4-drop, we only have 1, and that's the Snake Hydra, the Raminap Hydra, and it has Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. Raminap Hydra gets +1/+1 as long as you control a desert. Now, that's a good question. Do we have this? Yeah, I think we do. So let's automatically, while we're reading that, if we're going to consider this, let's automatically look through our lands and pull up some deserts. There's the Shefet Dunes is a desert, and it's it's only, is that white? No, that's any, right? Is that any or is that white? That's any. It's not white. Oh, but this also has a tap to white. Let's look at a different one. Oh, well, we got the Desert of the Mindfill. We got two of those. And what else? Let's go ahead and put the two Desert of the Mindfolds in there automatically. Other than that, we've got Desert of the Glorified, which is black, strictly. We got Survivor's Encampment, which is any color, but tap an untapped creature you control, and 1 mana. Oh, you can. This Survivor's Encampment actually uses creatures as mana. Let's put that one in there just in case. The other ones we'll put aside because we're not going to use them if they're white. If we're definitely going to use green and blue, we're not going to use the white of anything. So that's oh, let me. I'm sorry. I was looking at these without showing you because I was trying to read it in the light. So the Survivor's Encampment is encampment. Okay. Get the glare out. Bring it closer, maybe. There we go. I read that to you. I don't know if you can read it. And then there's two of the Desert of the Mindfuls, which is blue, strictly. Okay. Alright, so that would go well with what I just told you, as long as you control the desert. That was where? Yeah, which one was that? Where is that? Okay, I'm confused. Where was that card that says as long as I control the desert? Wow. I'm glad that the lighting's going to be better in the store. Okay, here it is. It's the green. I put them down up, yeah, I put them here. That's where they were sitting. Okay, so the Sidewinder Nega. As long as you control a desert, or there is a desert in your graveyard, Sidewinder Nega gets +1/+0 and has trample. And that's a 3/2 for 3. And you get +1/+0, so you get a 4/2. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so we got two deserts that we're automatically going to put in there just for that. And we're going to definitely use Sidewinder Nega, which is a 3-drop. So we now have 4 3-drops. Harrier Nega is a simple 3/3 for 3 mana. Do we need a... Let me see. Rampaging Hippo. It's a rare. It's got Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. Rampaging Hippo gets a +1/+1 as long as you control a desert. So both of these... Oh, that's a 4-drop. Okay. We'll put that one there. Okay. So, what about this Harrier Nega? Do we need another 3-drop? Well, it says we need 7, but I've got 4 there now, and I got to think about. Let me take a look before I put that down. You know, I'm going to put it down sideways. I'm going to put it down tapped on top of the 3-drops, and let's take a look at all of the blues first. Instants and sorceries, and there is one here. Imaginary threats. Creatures target opponent controls attack this turn if able. During the player's next untap steps, creatures... I don't even know what that means. I'm not going to even bother. Again, this is not the real thing. This is obviously our devastation. Okay, the other ones are 3 drops, right? 3 drop. This is a 1 drop. Return target creature to its owner's hand. I like that one. We're going to put that one on the side as well. That's a 1 drop, and we don't have any 1s in here yet. Tragic Lesson is a 3 drop. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card unless you return land your control to its owner's hand. It's a 3 drop. Do we need it? I don't know. Nah. Let's put that somewhere we're not gonna... Where's my not gonna use pile? There it is. Jace's Defeat. Counter target blue spell. Well, if they're playing blue. If it's a Jace, if it was a Jace's Planeswalker spell, scry 2. Maybe it's a 3 drop. Strategic Planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. That's a maybe. We need 7, huh? 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 now. And there's another Strategic Planning. And there's the Imaginary Threats. Creatures target opponent controls. Didn't I put that one away? I thought I dropped that one. Oh, did I drop the wrong one? No, I don't know. I'm not gonna use it. Simple as that. Okay. Strategic Planning looks good, but there's 2 of them. Counter target blue spell. If it was Jace, you know, the chances of him having a Planeswalker, although it's not unheard of, in a previous kit, is slim. I'm gonna say no for that one for now. We'll take the 2 Strategic Plannings, and those are both blue. That's 5, and there's 7 right there, and those are just creatures. I might have to adjust that. Okay, let's go down to the next stack. Oh wait, what about the Sorcery Beneath the Sands? That's also a 3 drop. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it into the battlefield. Tapped. Oh, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. I like this. Even though there's 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, there isn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, so we have to decide to get rid of one. The one with Afflict, the creatures we keep. What about the Sorcery Strategic Planning? Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them in your hand. How about the you know, I tell you what. Let's keep these 8 for now, and we'll sort it through later. We'll drop one later. We'll decide what to drop later. Let's move on to the next 2 drop. Okay, on the green. So on the 2 drops, we supposedly need 4 to 5. I got 2 now. One is the River Hippo, and one is a Spellweaver Eternal. Okay. So the first one is Feral Prowler. When Feral Prowler, I can't talk anymore. When Feral Prowler dies, draw a card. That's interesting. Gift of Strength. I like this card actually. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains reach until the end of turn, and that's an instant. How come that's mixed in there? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put that instant in there anyway, even though I wasn't supposed to look at it yet. Rona's Stalwart. You may exert Rona's Stalwart as it attacks. When you do, it gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn and can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less this turn. And I got 2 of those. And I also got 2 Gifts of Strength. Let's put both Gifts of Strength in there. And again, with the 2 drops, we're supposed to have as many as 5. Well, you know, exert was, you know, the Amonkhet blocks, you know, mechanic. I'm just not sure. You know, let me think about it. Okay, we're supposed to be pretending this is Ixalan, right? So, because this is pretending to be Ixalan, I'm going to say, I don't dislike these cards, but I'm going to say we're not going to use them. Okay? So, we'll go with the Feral Prowler, which allows me to draw a card. In the 2 instance, which target creature gets +3/+3, which means that I can turn one of these into a much bigger creature by paying a lousy two what do you call it? And that gives me 5 of the 2 drops, and it costs 4 to 5. Now on the 1 drop, do I have any on the 1 drop? I thought I did. No, actually, it was another color that we decided not to use. Okay. Well, the 1 drops is 0 to 3 anyway. So I got 0 on the 1 drops. Okay, did I go through all the colors and did I decide whether or not I should use these? Alright. On the 5, I'm supposed to use 4, but I've got these 2 bombs, which was 7 mana and 6 mana to play. So I could turn that 5 into much more and make up for the fact that I only have 2 of the 5s. Let's drop them in there. And okay. Now what I want to do is let me see. Oh, I do have a 1 drop. It is. Yeah, I do have one. Okay, that's the Unsummon. It's an instant. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Okay, there it is. It was underneath the microphone the whole time. I wasn't even paying attention to it. It was right there in your view. Okay. So what I want to do now is I think when they do mana, they usually count creatures mana only, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to separate once again the creatures from the others. Okay, so these are all creatures. This is not. This is creature. This is not. Right? Sorcery. Creature, and creature. Creature. Okay, so we're going to put them in size down order. Creature. creature, and the rest are non-creature. Okay, and these are special lands. Yeah, none of them are dual lands though. Okay, so essentially we're supposed to have what, 17 creatures? Oh, that's funny. I just found that other piece of paper that allowed me to see this list without having to keep pulling up his paste. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Just found it. Okay, so here it is. I wrote it down quickly on a little strip of card. Okay. That helps. Lay it right there. But I didn't write down the other part of that list. And that is 17 to 18 lands. We'll call 17, about 17 creatures and 6 spells. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 14 creatures. You know, and every deck is different. You know, you may not be able to find 17 creatures that you could use because of the colors that you're using and things like that. And 6 spells, so I have to have more than 6 spells. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 spells, which is not. So I got 14, 18, 19, 20. Okay. What I need to do is to re-look at my creatures and or spells. Well, you know what? There's a Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs, artifact creature wall. It's a defender. Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs deals 1 damage to target player. Activate this ability only if you control a desert. Well, that works. I have deserts in here. I got 3 deserts. Okay. So that could be one of the spells or other than creatures. So let's call that, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's call that 8. Yeah, let's use that. Well, it's an artifact creature, so it's kind of in between a creature and a spell. Well, whatever. It'll work. So what do we need? 2 more? Well, there's the Manolith. I tap to add, and but it's a 3. It's a cost of 3. So that changes the curve. The Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs is a 2. That also changes the curve. I got the Graven Abomination, which is a artifact creature. Exile a card from the opponent's or defending player's graveyard. Then the Manolith, though, is interesting. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool by tapping it. So you know it's a mana. It's a land basically. We'll consider those. But let me take a look at what I left behind. Let's take a look at the blues that I left behind. No, I still don't like these. I still don't like these. Let's take a look at the ones that I said I wasn't going to use. Where's the 2-drop instant? Jace's defeat. Okay, again, we're pretending, right? This isn't the real thing. Let's go ahead and put Jace's defeat in there. And let's go ahead and put Tragic Lesson in there. I think that'll do it. Although, no, I think let's reverse that. Let's not put Tragic Lesson in there. Let's put one of the Banalists in there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9. What did I say? Now I have too many. Oh no. I added because I had less creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 23. Not the exact numbers that our little friend the Rhino gave us, but that's 23. Now, I think we'll just go ahead and just put these aside. And now we have to look at the mana. So we already got 3 deserts. And the Manolith is kind of like, I don't know. I'm not going to consider the Manolith as a land because you have to pay in order to take it. You have to pay 3 mana. Makes me not really like it, to tell you the truth. Again, this is pretend. And it is what I was given. It was the cards that were, you know, given to us in the 6-pack. So let's go with it. But I'm not going to consider it as a mana. So that's 3. So now we need 17 lands. Right? Okay. Let's go ahead and get our one. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's swamp. That's plains. It's forest. I need. Oh, that's what I want to do. I need to count how many lands of each color I need. So I'm going to consider these 2, the Desert and Mindful, as blue lands. And Survivor's Encampment is any. But let's go ahead and count the mana. So let's separate the colors again. Green, 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 blue, green, green, blue, 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 green, green, blue, and blue. Okay, now those are just the creatures. So let's see if this works. On the green, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on the blue, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, mind you, I'm counting this as 1, but it also asks for 6 of any other color. So this is definitely skewed to the green. 9 to 6. 6 to 9. Divide by 3. We got 2 to 3. We need 17 lands. Well, we could simply do the 6 to 9. So 2 to 3. 2 to 3. So I need 17. So if I have 2 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 3. So if I have 17, what if I have 10 greens? What if I have, well, what's a number multiple? What's a multiple by 3? 12. If I have 12 greens, I'll need only 5 blues. Will that work? I don't think so. I don't like it. I don't like that number. Let's go with 10-7. Let's go with 10 greens. Let's see how it works. So this is something I'm gonna have to. Yes, it's been a couple hours. This is what I'm gonna have to go through in the heat of the moment. You know, when we're actually doing the pre-release. This is one of those things I have to. You know, after I even make this video, after I upload it, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the actual math and play. You know, you have to try the hand. Also, all the other cards in the sealed event become your sideboard. There's no limit like the regular sideboard, which is what? I forgot. What was the limit? 14 cards? I forgot. I completely and totally forgot how much it was the limit. Anyway, there's no limit on this on the sealed. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll start with getting the land that we have available. We need green and blue. We didn't get any blue land? I thought we did. We sure about that? All 6 packs, we didn't get any blue land? Are you kidding me? How strange. I could have swore. Got a white. A red. Got lots of red. That's what it was. We got too many reds. Okay. So I happen to have, as you know, and I'm not going to take them out of the sleeves. They're here. Oh, they're not here. Yes, they are. That's what I say. 10-7. If I have my lands without sleeves on them out, I'll get them. Otherwise, I'll use the ones with the sleeves on it. Again, this is just a big experiment. I think I do have them out. Let me see. Yes. This is how I take care of my stuff. These are not elastic bands, they're hair ties. Oh, I'm not close to the microphone. Let me repeat that just in case you didn't quite get that. this is how I take care of my stuff. This is cardstock inside of a sleeve. These are hair ties, not elastic bands. And these are my blue and my green lands. So I said I was going to use 10-7. I got one forest here already. And we're just going to pull off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to pull off 5 because we've got the Desert of the Mindfuls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the blue. I'll put them back. This is what I do. That's because I'm an old fart. I take care of my stuff. And we got the green. And I said I need 10, but we got one forest here. Well, actually, I forgot about this one. I forgot about the fact that there's a survivor's encampment. Let me think about this, because that one's in any color. It could be either or. And I didn't count that in the card, so okay. Instead of 10, we call it 9. I don't know though. Maybe because the original number was much higher for the blue. I mean for the green than it was for the blue. Maybe I should put one blue back instead. Yeah, I'm going to put a blue back and see how this works. And we'll go with 10 green. Because I'm going to count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to count this, if I count that as a blue, just for the sake of argument, then I can go with 10 green. And that'll give me the skew to the much higher number on the green, with this one being any color. So it could be a green. So there's one there already. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put that one back. Okay, let's put this one back too. I should have 40 cards. Now sometimes some people like to, to make 41, 42. I happen to like multiples of 7. I always swear that works better, but what do I know? 42, the answer to the universe, Hitchhiker's Guide. But and it's a multiple of 7. But let's stick to the practice first, and we'll joke about that later. So let's go ahead and smash these cards together. Let's make sure I pick up only the cards that I'm using. Okay, there should be 40 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Very good. Now, naturally I have some of the penny sleeves on these. Because this is, you know, my decks, and we're pretending, naturally we're not going to have sleeves on some and not on the others. When you're actually in an event, they're all going to be regular sleeves on them. So, but because this is something I'm going to be taking apart and putting them into my collection, the sleeves are going to stay on the Mythic, for example, because I really don't want to have the Mythic with any play on it, to tell you the truth. With the rest of these, I'll separate them again later on my leisure without boring you on the video. I'm going to put these together, just stack them. Okay. Those are the cards. Imagine this being your sideboard. Look at that. Of course, I would use only the colors that I built the deck with. In any case, back to the deal here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sleeved cards out, and I'm going to shuffle these like regular cards, gently. Oops, that's not so gentle. I think I just bent the shit out of them, actually. Alright, now they're all backwards and forward, right? No, they're not. Okay, good. Let's give it a more gentle shuffle. Alright, let's throw these other two cards on there. Not exactly a scientific shuffle, and not exactly a random, knowing that they're both sleeves on there, knowing that those are the mythics or rares. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what did we get? We got 4 lands, 5 lands, wow. An instant and 1 creature, which we can't play. Now, normally they might say mulligan this, but just for the sake of argument, because this is a very, very expensive creature, let's say we played and we played the land. Draw a card. It's another gift of strength. Next turn, play a land, draw a card. Well, actually it's backwards. I'm supposed to draw a card first. Anyway, we got an instant, which is unsummon. Return target creature to owner's hand. Suppose he just played a creature with the one thing. We could play that, but it may not be worth it. You know, he couldn't have played anything big. So we're going to hold on to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. His turn. My turn. I draw a card, play a land. Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs. It's a defender. Okay. It's a 2-drop. So we'll go ahead and play that. I pass. My turn. Draw a card. Play a land. Seems like I got all my lands. Oh, I forgot to untap. Seems like I got all my lands all at once. So it wasn't so bad. I didn't mulligan, but it wasn't so bad. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tap 2, play Pharaoh. It seems to be working. I've got 4 lands and I'm needing 3 more. I got 1 more in my hand. Okay, his turn, my turn, untap, draw a card, play the desert. Let's bring this. That's better. So what did I get? I got it, a creature, zombie cleric. So I'm going to go ahead and tap 3 and play that. Okay, I can't attack with it yet, but it has a flick 2. I think this is working. I don't know. What do you think? Comments, questions? Let me know in the comments below, as the kid would say. I think that's enough of test, and this video has now taken me about 2 hours, and I think the actual video is less than that, but not much. And I think I'm going to close it from here. Please subscribe, and good luck at your pre-release. I'm going for the midnight. Thank you.